Yes, I was given an update about this situation. The previous Minister of Defense informed me of the existence of the man in question.
What? You were briefed? You're telling me you already knew about Yujiro Hanma all this time? Why didn't you speak up before? Who is he?
The fact is, I'm not really sure how to explain him. I know this. The man is mighty. He's strong, beyond imagination.
What type of strength?
Sheer brute strength. He's an unbelievable physical specimen.
Oh. Wait a minute. Like something superhuman?
Yes, sir. Stronger than anything I've ever seen.
This makes even less sense. We're a nation governed by laws. No matter how much strength this man has, he can't go rogue. The police would take him down, right?
No, I'm afraid they would not.
What do you mean, Minister?
A few administrations ago, the serving Prime Minister was assaulted in his official residence by Yujiro Hanma.
You've got to be kidding. Where were the security guards? How did he break in?
He didn't break in at all. He announced ahead of time that he was going to attack. There were no less than 100 fully equipped riot police standing guard.
And?
He cut right through them, like a knife through butter.
Is he a sorcerer? That's ridiculous. Education Minister, did you know about this?
By rumor. Nothing was ever confirmed.
The Prime Minister placed a gag order on the incident to help maintain public order.
Apparently it worked.
Minister,
Yes?
this brute of a man was able to single-handedly break through security and attack the most powerful figure in our nation. You run the educational system. How do you think that behavior is going to affect our children?
It could end up being disastrous. Imagine the example it sets for young men. They could try and follow in his footsteps.
Without a doubt. It could lead to an upsurge in violence across the country. So what's the answer? Surely we have some way to contain him. Our nation's weapons must be powerful enough to overcome brute strength.
Listen, there are things you need to know about this man. He's not operating in isolation. He's made some alliances. The United States of America recently entered into a non-aggression pact with him.
They signed a treaty of friendship?
This is Yujiro. It's the most recent image I was able to obtain from my files. They call him the Ogre. I don't know where the name came from, but I am sure he's considered the strongest being on Earth.
I have to admit, that's quite a face. It's almost demon-like.
It's not just demon-like. The man truly is a demon.
Excuse me. You almost sound like you're a fan.
I think you misunderstand where I'm coming from, so allow me to explain myself. As far as we know, Yujiro Hanma is the only man on Earth who is a brute strength pro.
I'm sorry, but what does that mean?
With one of his powerful arms, he can make anything happen. He's what all other men aspire to be. He appears to be invulnerable. I'm sure that's why the U.S. was anxious to establish a treaty with him.
Nobody's invulnerable. He's human, right? Why couldn't a sniper fatally shoot him from long range? That would solve the problem.
No, not really. We would end up becoming an enemy of the U.S. since he has a treaty with them.
What if it's a treaty of convenience? Maybe the U.S. could be convinced to take him out.
That won't work. At this point, the whole world is lining up to join forces with the Ogre. Listen, we have to deal with reality. Hanma is the most powerful weapon on Earth. For weaker countries, making him an ally is the only way to protect themselves against aggression. As a result, he's invaluable. No nation on the planet would ever be stupid enough to try and kill him. A moment ago, you asked me if I was secretly a fan of the Ogre.
Yes, was I wrong?
You're asking the wrong question. It wouldn't matter if it was the Ogre, or a member of parliament, a manga artist, a pianist, a rock musician, or a soldier. If any of them had been born with the incredible strength of Yujiro Hanma, they all would have used that strength to achieve their dreams. Every one of them would have chosen the path of the Ogre.
I suppose those of us who don't have that brute strength have to use our occupations as a substitute to get what we want.
That's why Hanma is the only real brute strength pro in the world.
Let me repeat what I said earlier, gentlemen. What you will be taught here is not for improving your character, nor for defending yourself against unjust violence. On the contrary, it is straight-up violence. That is to say, these are techniques that are used on the battlefield. So there's no such thing as foul play. As a matter of fact, if something is foul play, you should be willing to use it. I've read each and every one of your histories. Stand up, Mark. You're an experienced Thai kickboxer. You're also a mixed martial arts fighter. And you've fought in professional boxing rings. This is an order. I want you to kill me in a free fight.
Yes, sir.
Get up, Howard. It's your turn.
Howard, the judo fighter. Result, eyes poked out. Richard, the boxer, succumbed to an over-the-head throw. Schmidt, the wrestler, punched into unconsciousness. Takahashi, the old-style bujutsu fighter, bound with his own limbs.
It's the difference between civilian and battlefield martial arts. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what I'm teaching you here. When you're out there fighting for real, I expect you to use foul play at all times. Squad? Dismissed. Yes, sir! My friend, I've made you wait for a long time. Now, I am finally prepared. I'm confident that I won't disappoint you. I have waited for this day, for this night, for a long time. The moment is finally upon us. My friend, Yujiro Hanma.
Being the strongest isn't something that you become. It's something that you are. To say you're seeking it is just admitting that you have not yet achieved it. Stridham, if you want to maintain our relationship, then once a year you must try to kill me. It doesn't matter if you do it fairly or not. Just threaten my life. Knives are okay. Guns are okay. Explosives are okay. Nuclear weapons are okay. Devote your entire body and mind to the task. Have the determination to finish me off, no matter what it takes. If you wish to be known as a comrade of Yujiro Hanma, if you want to be recognized as someone close to the ogre, then this is the only way to achieve it. Bring it on, Stridham. Show me you have what it takes to kill me. Hey. Huh?
1 point for you. But this time...
This time what? What you got planned, huh? No, wait, never mind. You don't have to tell me. Last year you said it was once in a century. 2 years ago, an unparalleled experience. Before that, the greatest the world has ever seen. They're like promotional phrases for bottles of Beaujolais Nouveau. Listen up, Stridham. You've gone and broken your promise to me. You've come to me as a loser, thinking you can't possibly win.
Not true. He doesn't know that I've embedded both my fists and my boot tips with gunpowder. If I can move in close enough to reach him with just one strike. Though you're the ogre, you were born human. It's not like you to misread me so badly, Yujiro.
Misread you, did I? I don't believe so.
Take it easy, Ogre. I think you misunderstand my intentions. I haven't given up yet by any means. In fact, I have totally given up as of now. That really hurts.
I waited. I simply waited. In the back of the dim room, at the wall where it shouldn't even exist. I waited for the moment when it would appear there. Not stirring an inch.
Not yet.
A cascade of sweat. Here it comes. See?
They know they gotta get
See?
gas money.
It's here.
Cause you can put
No good.
you gonna run to China to get.
That's no good. It needs to be more. It's gotta be stronger. Faster. Even more frightening. Much more cunning than that. This isn't good enough. Still greater than I could imagine.
Huh? What? Come on, don't be so surprised. I'm just wondering if you're getting regular medical checkups.
Excuse me,
medical checkups?
Give me a hug then.
No.
I'm stunned.
Are you telling me you're concerned about my
Don't be stupid. Don't you know small talk when you hear it?
I wouldn't even get up here fast enough for that.
You're consistent, no question about that. You don't treat anything with respect. There's no difference whether it's your child, the government, or even the military. You don't care. If someone gets in your way, they're just an obstacle to be overcome. You treat everyone with the same single-minded ruthlessness.
Stop it. That's enough.
That's exactly why you're the ogre. That is you, isn't it, you, General Hanma? Yet you still have the time to worry about the health of an old dotard like myself. I'm getting concerned. Are you going senile, Yujiro?
Cut it out.
That would be a letdown.
No need to be so nasty.
You ruined my mood, Yujiro.
Did you not hear me?
Of course I did! You idiot! I don't think you're aware of what comes out of your mouth every time you open it. Obviously your brain didn't develop along with your muscles.
Yeah. Fine.
I warned you, old man. Go get a doctor.
Is it fortune or misfortune? Before he knew it, this man who had specialized in fighting all his life had developed a singular power. Something unexpected. He was suddenly able to identify the weak points of anyone within his sight. From cancer cells which hadn't yet been diagnosed, to cavities in someone's teeth. He was so sensitive to any weaknesses that he was unable to look at anyone without focusing on them. Once it was well-honed fists. Once it was perfectly sharpened swords. Once it was flying bullets. And eventually it was modern weapons. He smashed them, crushed them, and overcame them. He insulted them, laughed at them, and eventually destroyed them. The brute strength pro didn't have a single failure in his life. More precise than the most carefully crafted stethoscope. More focused than a finely calibrated X-ray machine. More skilled than a highly experienced surgeon. More intuitive than an acupuncturist.
This man operates on a plane beyond that of ordinary humans. The question remains, fortune or misfortune?
Yes? Here for a tour?
No. I have come seeking approval to join.
Say what? Approval? Hold on. You don't need an approval as long as you pay the registration. But are you sure you want to do this?
Absolutely. I can see that my lack of a foot bothers you.
No, as long as you're only in it to stay healthy, it's all good.
Of course. And I'll require instruction to become a fighter.
Well, I think that missing foot is gonna be a problem.
Really? For who? I'm the one who will have to compensate for it. I'm not asking for special treatment from anyone else.
Take off your shoe and follow me.
I appreciate this.
Go ahead, smack this.
Smack it?
I want you to go ahead and punch it with all your might.
Why does he want me to punch this thing so violently? Do you have a replacement bag?
Huh? You must be kidding me. If you can smash this bag to pieces, pal, I promise I'll become your exclusive coach.
Very well. I will hold you to that promise, made in front of these witnesses. I'm sure I could gain approval to join the gym without destroying this equipment. But no matter. I'll give them a show. All right. So when do we start, Coach?
That was awesome.
Noble Elder, how do you feel?
My crap.
Good morning, Noble Elder.
Sorry about this.
I'd like to run a few more tests, so we'll need to keep you here for a little longer.
Akio Manning, the Oriental and Pacific Super Welterweight Champion.
One last thing. You've never lost even a single fight. And what's more, all 14 of your fights ended in first-round knockouts. So the number of matches fought is the same as your number of rounds. Is that something you've tried to do?
I don't have any interest in those kinds of numbers at all. What I keep my focus on is strictly the business of what goes on inside the ring. In that space, I don't want to waste any time. I watch my opponent's actions and react in a way that is most logical. If I'm correct, then 3 minutes is all I'll need.
Then are you predicting that you'll win this next match in 1 round?
1 round? You bet I will.
Take your money!
Go get him, champ!
Can't wait for the match!
I hate all of that commotion. What the hell?
Oh, well, I think that was just a...
That can't be. Someone destroyed a heavy bag with a single hit. That makes no sense.
Well, it's unusual, that's for sure.
Who did it?
Over there, facing the mirror.
Let me spar them.
Huh? Well, what do you want with him?
He can handle it, I'm sure. Don't worry, I won't hurt him.
Yes?
Would you be interested in sparring with one of my fighters?
Sure, that would be fine with me. Which one did you have in mind?
Hey! With me, over here.
Sorry, not with him.
Are you really saying no? You won't fight?
Fighting him would be too much of a handicap for me. I'd be forced to hold back. I couldn't use my full strength against him. It could even be fatal. For him! Never underestimate martial arts.
Somebody get this man some gloves.
That wasn't too smart. Look out, because you're finished now. You're about to learn. Boxing and Kung Fu are different, so you're the one doing all the underestimating.
Oh, and Mr. Kung Fu, you're allowed to kick too. If you can kick, that is.
Come on, Manny.
I thought it was just boxing you were interested in. I don't plan on kicking. There's no need for it. But all the same, this is going to be dangerous for you.
I can't believe this.
What are you jerks waiting for? Get some gloves on this guy already, so I don't have to hear him keep yammering away!
Coach, a minute ago I heard you say that boxing and Kung Fu are different disciplines. You're wrong about that. Because boxing uses the fists, it can be considered Kung Fu. But it's still incomplete. I will now show you definitive proof of this. Begin!
One who is supremely comfortable in a situation is said to be in his element. Asked about that day, Coach Kenichi Fukamichi would say that he had had a bad feeling because the one-legged fighter's stance showed that he was in his element.
Your hair.
Right hook. I didn't even see it.
See y'all later. Don't work too hard. I'll try to be up there for another cheeseburger.
Hey, you! What are you here for?
For training.
What kind of training? Huh? Because what we do here is strictly boxing training.
Indeed.
So you better get busy doing some proper boxing. Jumping rope, shadow boxing, the sandbag, working the speedball. Box the right way, but there's no damn point.
That's so. Then how come your proper boxer just went down like a sack of potatoes?
Your brother outside.
There's no better way than fighting to justify your opinion. If you're so certain your way is correct, then show me I'm wrong. Show me a proper boxer who's so strong that I'm no match for him. And if your man can knock me down, I'll jump rope, shadow box, punch or speedball, or even stand on my head and do a dance if you want me to.
Now, just...
Your logic is flawless, friend. You don't win because you're correct. You're correct because you win.
You,
Coach,
be quiet.
we have to accept being losers. At least for today. But I'm sure you understand this, pal. Today, you've turned all the boxers in the world against you.
Don't think of it as having lost something. You haven't lost something. You've obtained something. What? What have I obtained? Being one-armed. My own original one-arm style. I know the building's doors are locked at this hour, so I have to assume that you snuck in through a window.
Well, that was a pain in the ass. Climbing all the way up here to the 9th floor.
You're something else, Baki Hanma. So, what brings you here to see me?
You're amazing, Katsumi. It hasn't been that long since you lost that arm, but here you are, already mastering a new style.
Well, I'm trying. And I'll admit that it's been hard. But I don't think about the loss. I concentrate just on what I've gained instead. In the world of sword fighting, they strive to master the use of a single sword. But that doesn't make it in any way inferior to the two-sword method of fighting. There are plenty of men who fought and lost more than me. I choose to see it like this. There has to be something positive that I can take away from finding myself with only one arm. Right?
You're really incredible, Katsumi. It's been a little tough for me, being the son of a big shot.
Free the world. Just a bunch of hype. Come on, what do you expect? Yujiro Hanma versus Baki Hanma? Just think about it, man. The world's never seen a matchup like that.
Fact is, I don't even hate him anymore. But I still think I'm gonna fight him. I wonder why.
Do you really need a reason?
Good point. Even if I did understand, there'd be no stopping it now. The fact that we're father and son, that's enough, isn't it?
Whoa, that's wild. Your father and son, that's true. And that's enough.
It's spread everywhere. Wait, did you say boxing?
Yes, you heard me right.
But why that? Retsu's already reached the title of Sea King in Kung Fu, so what would be the point? Why start boxing?
He won't be boxing. Sea King Retsu will still remain Sea King Retsu. And get in the ring fighting Sea King
I
Retsu
just have
style.
no company. Ain't that right?
He's not going to use boxing techniques. He'll work his way up using only Kung Fu
I didn't
skills.
get to have no friends over at all. Shit.
Boxing's really that easy, huh?
No boys, no girls, no
No, of course it isn't easy. Mastering it is as hard as any other discipline. Punch without getting punched. This simple game has existed unchanged for over 150 years. Kung Fu has a 4,000-year history. There's no need to defend its value or influence. Boxing is a modern sport by comparison, having existed for only a century and a half, but there's nothing slack about it. Objectively, though, its rapid development cannot be compared to that of Kung Fu. This Western method can be harsh. It will test the present version of Sea King Retsu. And his future, too.
What's he weigh, Retsu?
106 kilos.
Is that it? Can he win?
Well, according to him, yes. At least until he loses.
He's an idiot.
Hey, Retsu.
Yes?
Go get some gloves on. Sparring session. Get ready.
Against who?
Hey, listen, pal, you're just a student here, so do what you're told and don't be asking me any questions. You got that?
Understood.
Sorry if I was a little rough on you earlier.
But that's part of my job. I gotta show you we mean business around here, you know? Anyway, this guy's probably exactly what you're looking for. An opponent you can fight with all your strength, but one your skills won't work so good on. An honest-to-God heavyweight. He was in the military until 3 years ago. He used to come from the base to practice here. Since he's so big, he couldn't debut in Japan, but he did debut in his home country after he got out of the service. He's 9 for 9 with 8 knockouts. He knocked out all of his opponents except in his debut match. He came back here to his old haunt the other day to get ready. As you can see in his weight, his technique, his career record, heck, and everything. He's better than you in every single way. Here's your chance to learn something. Suit up.
I don't need any headgear.
I've heard that one a few times before. But I'm not having anyone die in my gym today. Try not to die.
I see what Coach is talking about. It's obvious he's got a lot of talent. And his frame is massive. He must outweigh me by 20, no, 30 pounds. Yet, despite that, for someone his size, his footwork is smooth and fast. And that reach.
Oh, well, what happened? Set it up, girl. Come talk to me.
I see. Now I see. His speed, excellent. His power, excellent. His grip, weak.
Combat sports are not based on street fighting. As long as rules dictate the use of boxing gloves, it is inevitable that the attributes of the glove will be used as weapons. Hence, compared to barehanded karate and kung fu, the boxer's grip is weaker. Retsu, who lives by martial arts alone, perceived the weakness in his opponent's grip just from the feel of his punch.
Now for his reach.
The thickest and strongest bone in the human body is the front of the skull. A clenched fist consists of 27 large and small slivers of bone. Because every part of the boxer's fist had not been individually trained, its destruction was inevitable. You met with Baki, huh? So, what did he have to say?
He wants to see you.
What for?
I think Baki's changed. And what he wants to do with you is...
How dare that little bastard suggest such a thing?
His hand is completely shattered. And Retsu's still not finished.
Time to end this.
What the hell is he gonna do from that stance?
3, 2.
Retsu was aiming, not at the boxer's weak spot, but at the humerus bone in his blocking arm. The boxer's humerus took the full force of Retsu's punch. And with that, the legend of the boxer Sea King Retsu had begun. Did those words really come out of that arrogant little jerk's mouth?
Come on, calm down, Ogre. You're scaring everyone in the restaurant.
Freedom. I want all the details.
I was just as surprised by it as you are, because the request came out of nowhere. What the hell? What did you just say?
You heard me.
Do you have any idea how abnormal that request is?
Yeah, you know what? You acting like you didn't just hear what I clearly said is what's really abnormal.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
So then what's so damn crazy about it? I just want to share a nice meal with my own father. What's the big problem with that? You saying a son can't do something like that? There's nothing weird about it.
I agree with you.
No, you said...
Baki, don't act so innocent. You know perfectly well that what you're asking for is outrageous. Maki Hanma and Yujiro Hanma, the two of them actually sharing a table. Just the thought of that is shocking. It's so unnatural that I can't even picture it.
Some rice. Never seen me so soon. Take some time to enjoy a simple meal. Hell, make some small talk. Dessert would be nice. Maybe a little scoop of ice cream. We'd laugh and say, man, how good is this? That kind of stuff. Stuff normal people talk about when they get together. Sometimes when normal people talk, they argue. It's not easy to change Dad's mind. Hey, Baki, you idiot. Maybe you need me to kick your head in so you can start thinking right. Any new idea he just rejects. And of course, I won't give any ground either. Dad, you're always like this. You don't listen to any opinion that's different than yours.
Baki.
You're so narrow-minded.
Baki.
Don't you go and smart off to me, you punk. I'll tear you a new...
Baki. Tell me, do you really believe the Yujiro Hanma you're imagining exists? The kind of normal bickering and chatter you're talking about? The ordinary things that ordinary families enjoy? Those are things that don't exist for you and your father.
Sorry. Why is it always me? Why does it always have to be me that ends up cooking the rice? Dad's got to step up. And for once, be the one who cooks the rice.
You never can predict what might happen in this world. But that is never going to happen.
He said he wants what? Me to cook
Get
rice.
up off the floor.
Cook rice.
Hey, leave it alone.
Sorry. Ordinarily, I would have met you at Haneda Airport.
Don't worry, no problem. This is my country's military base. This is sooner than we expected to meet, isn't it?
Here's the bottom line. Yujiro Hanma is a brute strength pro who has military might, more than a lot of countries. As I understand it, in the near future, he's going to be involved in an incident. Here's my proposal. I would like us to assist in this incident.
As everyone here would expect, the Metropolitan Police are aware of Yujiro Hanma. But the ogre possesses the power of whole nations. So who would attack him?
His son, I'm afraid.
I understand. He's that Superboy who kidnapped President Bosch, isn't that right?
I beg your pardon?
Hold on, you're telling me that's the boy we're talking about? The one who snatched the president while he was under level 5 protection?
I'm afraid so. From what we can tell, that boy's strength is almost on par with that of an entire nation.
I hear you. But there's still something I cannot comprehend. I realize they are both as powerful as individual countries, but this is still just a fight between a father and a son, isn't it? Couldn't we just leave them be? I mean, step back and let them do as they please, right?
Stop. Before you say another word, I want you to see something. This is my guardian angel.
What is that?
It's Tar.
Wait, you mean coal, right?
Well, to be more precise, what you're looking at is coal dust. I asked Olga to create it for me. He was more than happy to oblige. Come on, gentlemen, don't act so surprised. After all, I am president of the U.S.
You have any other requests, Mr. President?
Here we have 3 brawny men who are on their knees. To be more precise, the 3 of them, Man 1, Man 2, and Man 3, are actually unconscious. They have no expressions on their faces at all. And if you look closely enough, you realize they aren't even aware that they're unconscious. The men who had been meeting there suddenly realized that Yujiro Hanma was in the room. He didn't sneak in, he just suddenly appeared. The men gathered there were stunned into silence. In the end, they could only accept his presence. The security surrounding them had been completely neutralized in the blink of an eye.
I asked Olga to make this for me, and he was more than happy to oblige.
I didn't.
Ozma.
You misunderstand. I was just trying to...
What a remarkable presence. I can't believe the real ogre's standing in front of me.
Put out your hand.
Why?
That oath you made before when you put your hand in the Bible.
Like be clear on camera. I told him about that kiss I gave you. It's right here on your thing.
All you're gonna do is edit it and get it out of there. And Mom came through and
Huh? What's a recording?
I swear that the United States of America will maintain an ongoing harmonious relationship with Master Yujiro Hanma, that we will respect you, and under no circumstances will we ever interfere with your life.
Stop right there. Having made that vow, what do you think you're doing? Sticking your noses in the middle of a dispute between me and my son. You're supposed to be concerning yourselves with the problems of government. How dare you meddle in the domestic affairs of an ordinary citizen? It makes me think you're trying to pick a fight with my family.
No! But I do have to tell you something. Ordinary citizens, domestic affairs, a dispute between father and son, those phrases are too modest. They don't reflect reality. The fight between you and your son is like a conflict between nations, equivalent to war. We must protect our people. They could easily be innocent victims of your battles. They could end up all being collateral damage.
You finally dropped your phony devotion and started telling the truth behind your treaty of friendship. Do yourself a favor and stay out of my sight.
Kaiser, why have you come to Japan? There's no upcoming title match, so what's a big promoter like you doing here?
I've come to take up a fight.
What do you mean? You're a promoter, you're not a fighter.
With who? Who in the world would pick a fight with you, Kaiser?
How long has he been posing like that?
It's been more than 2 hours. He hasn't moved. He's barely blinked from the moment he started. No jumping rope, no shadow boxing, nothing.
Is he okay?
How am I supposed to know that? I was trying to get him involved in some sparring matches, but nobody could beat him. Man, he got knocked out with one punch. Next was our heavyweight Gary, and he got busted up. I'm telling you, nobody wants to fight him anymore. Well, at least nobody in this gym. We've got a hell of a problem on our hands. Come on, you gotta be kidding. This is just a neighborhood gym. What's Kaiser doing here? I'm honored, Mr. Kaiser.
Shut your mouth. Beautiful. When that knucklehead Gary told me about this, I didn't believe him. But now I can see for myself. I've been in this business for 40 years. And trust me, never once in that time have I seen lads like these. Your name's Sea King, right? Do you have a second so we can speak?
Just keep quiet! Get out! You're interfering with my training!
Beautiful. I'm sorry. Would it be possible to ask you for a single favor? Nothing more than that. Do you mind showing me your strength? What do you think? One demonstration, humor me. Just a single hand. We destroy a sandbag using the largest glove they've got. His style is pretty ordinary. Shadow boxing. Practice punch. A short form.
Was this the only thing I could do? So unimaginative. I mean, come on. Why did I choose this particular glove? It was the biggest, the oldest, the most damaged one on the shelf. Why didn't I choose a newer glove? Because this one was easy to destroy. Because it had been damaged by sweat and punches over many years. It was a cowardly decision.
Despite second-guessing himself, no matter how much Retsu criticized his own decision, the boxers understood. They understood right down to their cores. Gloves don't just tear. Even when used until they're worn out, gloves made from genuine leather never fall.